Hello. What for?
Just a quick one, obviously. Our colleagues down at the suite, so obviously you know everything's been going over alerted to us that you've been taking photos and things like that right outside the hotel.
On the street, yeah, on the street.
Because there's obviously a dispersal zone in at the moment and everything's going on, so you can't be within.
No, I'm not interested in that property.
So, what were you taking photos of the hotel?
No, the layout of the street.
For any particular reason?
No, not at all. I'm not for or against. I'm not into any politics. You know.
Any idea on you? Anything
No,
like
no.
that? Nothing at all.
No.
Alright.
I'm just a member of public walking down the street.
Yeah.
I understand there's a dispersal order in place, and that's why I'm not trying to do anything out of any ordinary like that. I'm just interested in what's going on.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't hang about outside any gates or...
What's your hat?
Pardon?
What's your hat?
Oh, it's just happy-go-lucky, you know.
What we'll do, mate, is we'll verify you and if all that checks out, we'll have to move on, alright? What's your first name?
Oh, don't give me a name.
You don't give your name?
No, no.
Right, okay, well obviously you can understand with what everything that's been going on round there, you taking photos in the direction of the hotel.
No, but basically, if they'll tell you, at not one moment was I putting my camera into their property, focusing on them. I kept moving around the place. I'm interested in all these industrial areas here. I'm going to take some photography around here on this industrial estate.
Alright, guys, today we are going to witness a moment that starts with simple questions but quickly turns into a serious debate about freedom and public rights. A man with a camera is approached by officers near a hotel under heavy attention, and within seconds the tension starts building. He calmly explains he's just filming public spaces, yet police seem convinced there's more to it. Then comes the shocker. Despite no aggression, no threats, and no crime, officers decide to issue...
Radio, I'm thinking I'm just stood here. I'm thinking, what's wrong with him?
Well, like you say, you've admitted to us that there's a dispersal lot.
Yeah.
If someone goes up with a camera and they're taking photos, obviously, like you've admitted to us.
Yeah.
So it's what's unusual.
I'm just exercising my right as a person to walk the streets. I'm not interested in basically filming any immigrants or anything like that. I'm just basically, as a sole member of public, walking in a free place. That's all I want to exercise my rights.
Worry within the zone, do we know?
Yeah, he's right outside. Okay.
Well, what we'll do then is we have been notified that you are inside the dispersal zone, so we'll be issuing you with a dispersal notice, okay? All the information will be on here, but you do need to...
Can I just ask you a question, quick, please? So, a dispersal, for what reason would that be if I'm telling you, one, I'm not here to cause any havoc in regards to what's going on. That has gone live all the way up and down the country. Yep. So it'd be stupid not to admit that you didn't know through the media what's going on there. But what I'm saying, what is my dispersal for? If I just...
To be out of the zone, so you've come within the zone of dispersal. You've been seen taking photos. I understand you're giving us an explanation for that.
Buckle up, guys, because this is where the conversation starts getting uncomfortable. The cameraman keeps asking one simple question: what exactly have I done wrong? But instead of a clear answer, he's repeatedly told he cannot return to the area. The frustration begins creeping into his voice as he argues that public footpaths are meant for the public. What makes this moment powerful is how calm he remains while pushing back against authority in a situation that feels increasingly...
That is a dispersal zone.
Yeah, but for what? I've not done anything. I've not done anything.
That's why you're not getting locked up. You're getting given a ticket to say, do not go back there.
No, but I'm not interested in going back there. But what I'm saying...
That's why I'm going to give you the ticket.
And you were aware of the dispersal zone. You've even admitted that.
Yeah, so that's what... So that...
in that perimeter which you have actually gone into and breached.
Not. So... Can I not walk through there as a member of public?
No. Because there's a dispersal zone.
No, it's a public footpath, sir.
There's a dispersal
Whilst
zone
this is on, because it's only on for a set period of time, once that is relieved, then you can. But from what's going on, dispersal around it, you have to vacate that zone. And
seriously?
It is literally around the...
Yeah, but for what reason? I've not done anything wrong.
Yeah, you haven't personally. I'm not saying you have right now.
Yeah, but there was other members of public walking past as well.
Well, we'll go and deal with them now.
Yeah, but they weren't doing anything wrong either.
We're dealing with you, aren't we? We can't deal with two people.
Come on, sir. What?
So we're dealing with you.
Can I have your calling numbers, please?
Yeah, mine's 455.
And yours, please, miss.
1702.
I think this is well out of order. This.
Okay. Can I take your surname?
I don't wish to give. I've not committed any crimes. I've literally walked through the place, taking. If that constable in that van would tell you, I was taking the pictures of the other building. You know, For what purpose? It's a photograph. Photography's not a crime.
Right. But however, if you are causing harassment, alarm, and distress as well to the people that are there,
and I can prove there was not even one person about from the hotel, and that's what I'm saying.
You just said you weren't looking at the hotel, you were looking at the other buildings.
I'm aware of my surroundings. Who's on the street? There was members of public on the.
All right, guys. Now the pressure really starts to rise. The man cannot believe he's being treated like a problem simply for holding a camera in public. He points out there are no signs, no barriers, and no warnings stopping ordinary people from walking there. Then comes the line that completely changes the atmosphere. This isn't Nazi Britain. Suddenly, the officers hesitate, and you can feel the tension hanging in the air. It's no longer just about filming, it's about how far authority should go.
And taking pictures.
Dispersal notice is not specifically on just for you, is it?
Pardon?
It's anybody who walks down the road, they should have taken to sight.
Well, they should close the road off.
Well, they don't need to close the road off.
Of course they do, because there's no signs there or anything.
You said yourself, it's common knowledge what's gone on.
Yes, but
The dispersal notices advertised on social media. Everybody knows this.
So, right, do you know the Nicola Bully case? A lady went missing in St Michael's, right? There's a dispersal notice in place for people who are wanting to probably go down there, make a TikTok video, go onto private land and stuff. But the park isn't closed off for members of the public like myself. I can go down in that.
People are aware not to go down there, but they're not.
Yes, but it doesn't stop normal members of the public like myself. Like I'm saying, there's no agenda for me being there.
They don't want people down there, do they?
But so they need to close the street off then, sir.
Well, we don't need to close the street off because there's businesses down there as well.
How can I? Am I entitled to go to the other business?
To which other business?
There's another hotel across the road.
If you go into a business and you've got genuine purpose to visit that business.
But what if I do? What if I want?
At the end of the day as well, we've asked to verify you to move you on. You won't also pass on details, but also increases suspicion. You're not allowing to verify you
miss.
as well. With everything that's been going on, I'll tell you now, us two were both from that campaign on Friday getting all sorts hurled at us and abused.
And I don't agree with that.
I am not saying you do, but I'm just saying from what's happened and now this dispersal's in there to protect it, it's only on for a short while. And
Miss, can you accept that I'm a sole person on myself? I've got
I don't know you though, do I?
You don't know, but end of the day.
I appreciate where you're coming from. I'm also telling you from our point of view as well, from what we've had to put with.
Yeah, but I'm hoping, miss, that you could perhaps see that as a member of public, that we shouldn't be stopped from walking in areas where when we've got nothing to do with what's going on there.
Yeah, we don't know that you've got nothing to do with it, or do we?
You've come to question me.
Yeah, but you could easily come up with anything, couldn't you? At the end of the day, I'm not saying.
But this isn't Nazi Britain. This you are actually dealing with me now like I'm some suspect or criminal.
No, we weren't. We came up.
That's suggesting what you just said to me then.
Say verify you, and that's it. But then you kind of come back.
Buckle up, guys, because this part turns into a direct challenge against the system itself. The cameraman refuses to back down and reminds officers he's committed no crime and isn't required to hand over details. He even raises questions about drones and filming laws, exposing how uncertain the situation really is. What hits hardest here is when he says he wants people online to see exactly how ordinary members of the public are being treated for simply recording in public spaces.
I was parked at the other side. I wanted to walk back to it. I'm walking around the whole industrial estates around here taking pictures.
It's not, is it? And then you would explain that to us and we'll
I have explained why I was taking pictures down there though.
You've said you've been down there taking pictures?
Yeah, but
we're giving us notice to do not return back to that area. That's pure and simple.
So I can't walk down that street again?
Because then you'd be leaking the dispersal notice.
Seriously? And can I ask for the grounds again then please, for why I'm given this dispersal notice?
There's a dispersal notice down there, and you've been down there, so you're given a ticket to say not to return back to that area.
Seriously?
Yeah, you're not being arrested.
Right, okay then. Can I ask you this question? Where's the barrier of the dispersal notice?
It's Ribbles Lane itself.
So can I take my drone up from the cemetery?
I've got permission to fly a drone.
Well, I've got a license to fly a drone.
I've got permission to fly a drone.
Well, you don't need it in that area because it's the drone assist app.
You sure?
Yeah. I can clarify that for you here now. I just want to ask you these questions before.
I don't understand why you'd want to fly a drone to be honest.
Because I want to put this up to the internet now. This is what happens when a normal member of the public who's got nothing to do with anything in regards to immigration, opposing views or anything like that, people who know me know I'm not about that. Okay. I don't make political statements in my life or anything like that. I just never do it. I'm just all about a freedom person to be able to walk and do what he wants. within the law. Within the law.
Unfortunately, like I say, Ribblers Lane does a special notice on which will be active.
Because I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
When the police are coming under fire and stuff like that, you're stuck between both sides. I totally get.
All right, guys, this is where the argument shifts from confrontation into something much deeper. The officers try calming the situation, insisting they're only following procedure, but the cameraman explains why this still feels like a restriction on freedom. The discussion around drone laws becomes surprisingly revealing because even police seem unsure where the legal boundaries truly stand. You can sense both sides trying to stay respectful, yet the bigger issue about rights and public control keeps dominating it.
I'm not throwing you against the wall, I'm not trying to search you or anything like that.
Well, it seems like it though. It seems like I'm being restricted in a public place.
We've been fine with you, we've been very pleasant with you, you've been very pleasant with us as well.
I'm quite annoyed now, actually. Okay. I could understand you wanting to speak to me.
Okay.
So it's within the CTI basically. There's no restrictions in the area. The wind speed is 9 kph at the minute.
Okay.
So if anybody wanted to fly a drone in that area, is there any chance you could ask somebody if I'd be getting challenged for doing that?
I can ask, but whether somebody will know, I don't know. I'll probably have to go through the airport, speak to the airport.
Well, that's the Civil Aviation Force. So they cover the airspace. But what I'm trying to say is now, like, so if I wanted to get aerial footage of all these industrial sites, which I do, it's not just that round area, it's the whole place. I want to know if I'm going to be getting perhaps bloody challenged just for having a drone in the air.
That's a very good question, and I'll try and find out for you.
Because I have to cover myself legally whilst I'm speaking to a constable, you know.
Yeah, no, I'll have that.
Yeah, and obviously be aware as well with everything that's going on. If you are flying a drone around that area, obviously it might attract a little bit more attention with obviously some things going on in the hotel, but we'll try and find out for you.
I fully agree what you're saying about attracting, but I don't think people's rights should have to stop.
No, I completely agree with you on that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm obviously just making you aware, obviously.
Buckle up, guys, because the mood suddenly changes in a very unexpected way. What started as a tense police stop slowly turns into an educational discussion about drone regulations, public filming, and legal rights. The cameraman calmly explains the laws better than most people watching probably could, while officers begin agreeing with some of his concerns about poor communication and lack of signage. Even though the confrontation cools down, the uncomfortable questions raised earlier still remain unanswered.
It was very unfortunate. It was an awful event to occur.
Yeah. Like I say, I don't make political statements, but I've heard both sides. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not from Liverpool, so I can't comment. Yeah. But I've never met a racist Scoutser. Yeah. That's all I can say.
Yeah, no,
you know, but I'm not here to make a political statement. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I won't be going back down there on foot, so there's no need for me to receive that. Okay.
Alright, is that fair enough for you? I think he's trying to find out about the drone.
About the drone?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just like...
I didn't fail to mention in what type of drone. So within this area, I can only fly my 249 gram drone, right, which is registered. It's got flyer's ID and everything else. But the bigger your drones that you get into this area, because you've got Liverpool Airport, then you have to start getting permissions and stuff. Because I got the lower class drones,
course, yeah.
It doesn't apply in this area. But
we went through a stint of having battery around the airport, but yeah, obviously I'm not trying to be unreasonable at all. It's everything that's going on. It's just until the dispersals, just, you know, obviously keep a little bit of distance. That's all. Just stay out the zone until it's up. And then it is.
Yeah, it would be handy. See, if they put a sign up on the lamppost or something to say there is, because what about if, say for instance, a person goes down there, he doesn't know that there's a dispersal order, and he starts snapping away with his camera, chances are he might even be in handcuffs. For what? He doesn't even know.
Yeah, and obviously we try and spread it as much as we can through social media and likes, things like that. But obviously we have the issue with you is the city's tanks running all the way along here. So, in like you said about road closure and things like that, it's almost impossible because the amount of disruption.
Yeah, but you know, because
do you mean the little?
So the dead end, they could put up where the van was burnt out. They could basically put a message on that lamppost and the one at the bottom of the street by saying this is dispersal order, and probably contain the details within what they don't want you actually to do, because photography in itself it's not unlawful or illegal.
No, I completely understand where you're coming from. I appreciate that, and we'll feed it back. But yeah, no, I appreciate that. We'll feed it back and see if there's anything they can find. Obviously, you're aware now, and the main thing is that just into it, so just stay out of that zone. But I think it's just
Finding out about a drone.
and then
No problems. But yeah, I'm going to go in here now. These lads, they're brilliant. You know, they'll show you around the trucks and everything. You know. Yeah. Well, see, there's different people. You know, some people get a bit scared of a camera. What's he doing?
Yeah.
Some people, you know, are like, oh, I'll show you around. You know. It's 249 gram DJI. It's got flyer's ID and operator's ID.
What model is it?
It's a DJI.
DJI?
Mini.
DJI Mini?
Yeah, it's 249 gram.
249 gram?
Yeah. See what the councils can do sometimes. They can put a restriction on drones in the area.
Yeah.
But then it conflicts with the CAA. So what they would do is look in court and say, well, what was it reasonable to restrict his movement of flying? You know, was there any dangers? Did he? You know, there's all sorts to take into. But every drone flyer should be mindful of doing the right thing, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Every day's a learning day. Yeah, you're fine to fly it.
Yeah.
Because it's under 250
50 grams, yeah.
However, as long as it's not causing a harassment.
Yeah.
ASB.
Yeah.
Like
I always
I presume that you're a C.
Most people don't actually know it's in the sky. You keep a reasonable height.
Keep an eye on it as well.
Well, you've always got to keep a line of sight.
Yeah.
So, like I say,
you know a lot more than me.
I might not even get back down there yet. I've got a lot to see on industrial here.
You're good then?
Yeah, I'm brilliant.
Do you want this?
No, I'm okay. Because like I say, you've told me now. I'm not happy with it, but
yeah, no, I appreciate it.
I don't break the law.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
All right, mate.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Cheers. So there we go, guys.
Alright, guys. This final part leaves a message that sticks with you long after the video ends. The conversation becomes calmer, almost friendly, but the cameraman's final words hit hard, a dispersal order for a man standing alone with a camera. As he walks away, it's clear this wasn't just about one street or one police encounter. It became a bigger conversation about freedom, public recording, and how quickly suspicion can fall on ordinary people. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.